Hey guys, what's up? I wanted to come through and do this topic for today because it has been on my mind, and it's been on my mind for uh, about a week or so now because of what I've been seeing in the news. Um, Basically, in my neighborhood or in my area, I just wanted to say, and now I know, now I guess you can call this a disclaimer or whatever the case may be. Um, some people may not, they may take this in the wrong way. I do not want you to take this in the wrong way. This is just my opinion. This is how I feel about the situation. You may feel differently, but when it comes to situations when we're talking about our children, and I have four, and basically this video is for people who may have children or people who may not have children yet. You know, I feel as though that we all should be responsible for our kids and take responsibility for them when they're doing bad, even when they're doing bad, just as when they're doing good. When I watch the news lately, I see a lot of things going on in the news where a lot of children are being arrested or killed. They're being shot at, or things are going on with them in the street. And what I hate to see, and I hate to use that word hate so much, so I'm just going to say I really dislike seeing this. And that is every time, and for the past month, really, every time I've watched the news and I've seen someone, there's been like maybe a black male, because that's who mainly lives in my area. So it's maybe a black male or a black female that has either been arrested, they've either been killed, shot at, hurt, something. They end up in hospital. And then I see the parent or a close relative or whatever the case may be. And this is what I see. Oh my gosh, I don't understand why someone would want to shoot this person. I don't understand why someone would want to hurt them, or they don't never do anything to anybody, and they're just a ray of sunshine, and they're always laughing and happy-go-lucky. Okay, now that may be true. That may be true, but for what I've seen in the past month or so, that's always the case. Like, there's always a close relative coming forth saying that this person that was involved in some type of activity, wasn't in any trouble. Never was in any trouble. And I'm sorry, I find that hard to believe. I mean, I believe that is the case for maybe some, but not all. And I've seen almost every situation on the news that I have seen within the past month or so. It has been, oh, they've never been into anything. I don't believe that. You cannot tell me that certain situations that a parent just don't want to say, you know what, my son was not an angel. He was hanging with the wrong crowd and he got caught up. I mean, when are we going to have parents that take full responsibility for the actions that their children do? And for me, for one, my children are not angels. I'm not going to sit up here and say they are. You know what I'm saying? Do they go out and run the street? No. Have they disobeyed me when I've asked them to do something? Yes. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say they're angels. What I can say that they do not run the street. You know what I'm saying? can I sit here and say, oh, well, if my child got shot in the street, they weren't doing anything wrong? For the ages that my children are right now, yeah, I can say that. Because I'm very involved in what they do and what they're not doing. I'm very, very involved, and I keep my eyes open and I keep my ear to the street to know what's going on around my area. But I'm always seeing, certain individuals, certain people that be on the news all the time. And I'm looking in the areas because I know certain areas of my neighborhood, and I know I can look at them and I say, you know what? Something ain't right with the story. I mean, you can always see, okay, the person got shot, or the person was, it was a drive-by shooting and it was some random bullets. Okay, it was some random shooting where they got hit by a stray bullet. Okay, understandable. But person just got shot all of a sudden, and they're the only one that got shot. I don't believe it. I do not believe, I do not always believe that the person that is involved in this has never been in any kind of altercation with anybody ever. And this is what we're, this is what these parents and these close relatives are coming on TV and coming on the news saying. I understand that you don't want to be embarrassed. I understand that you don't want to admit that your child has been involved in some activity that they don't need to be in, but to go on national news and say, oh, well, they are an angel, they are just a joy, and all that, male and female alike. And that may be true. I'm not saying this for all the situations, because true, there are many situations where yes, these people have been innocently, taken out by bullets and stuff like that. But I do not believe that every situation that I have seen in the past month, every situation where a person has been involved in some type of activity where it has either, one, cost them their life, two, cost them to be severely injured, I don't believe that they were not involved in something. Whether it been gang activity, whether it been drugs, whether it been some type of altercation with a person on a previous event, and those people came back to retaliate. And true enough, the parents might not know. See, that's the thing. That's my situation. Like, that's my thing. I don't believe, you can come out there and say, oh, well, there's an angel. Tell the truth. If you really don't know what your kid was into, say that you really don't know what your child was into. Say that. But don't come out and make it seem like, oh, well, they're angels. Your children, believe me, they're not always angels. It's up to us as parents to be involved in their lives. It's up to us as parents to, try to be as nosy as we possibly can. I know they don't like it, but so the fuck what? That's how I feel. That's just me. That's just me. I'm going to be in your business. That's me and my kids. They know this, though. They know this about me. Mom's going to be in my business because mom is trying to look out for me. She's trying to make sure that I don't fall into the wrong crowd or, end up in the wrong neighborhood at the wrong time and get hit by the wrong bullet. That's what I'm trying to do as a mother, But it just was really weighing heavy on my spirit to say something about this. And I felt like it. I was like, man, I'm so sick and tired of turning. And I like watching the news. That's true. I like watching the news because this is the reason why I watch the news. I watch the news because, hey, whatever's going on right there, I know my kids are right here. I'm watching what's going on TV, and in my living room, I'm taking a head count. Because I know that my kids are not at that location. And if that's the case, I'm making a phone call to my oldest daughter, who is 19 years old, and I'm asking her, okay, where are you at? 19 don't make you an adult. 19 don't make you grown. I'm still your mama, regardless. And I'm going to call you and ask you where you are. Oh, you're not right there? Okay, I just want to know if you're safe and you're not at the location what I'm looking at on television. So that's why I watch the news. A lot of people say they don't watch the news for bad because there's so much killing and so much bad stuff on the news. If I see that my kids are not at a particular location, then I feel more secure about them. So I just wanted to share this with you guys because I felt the need to have to say something as a mom of 4 kids. I just feel as though you guys, we need to actually take responsibility for our kids. You know, be truthful. Don't go out in the street and make it seem like our kids are angels. They may be your angel, but we don't always know. You know what our kids are doing, so it's up to us to find out. So until next time, guys, I'm gonna holler at you in the next vid. Peace.
This MC without the mic, this MC feel empty. I'm telling y'all, it's the lyrical recipe.